It's crazy that this is looked at as an argument in favor of the pro-choice position, because when you look at the history of birth certificates, this argument starts to look very, very dicey. In 1915, the federal government created the birth registration area, which required that states record at least 90% of births in order to join. And only 10 or so states qualified in 1915. It actually wasn't until 1933 that every state joined and we had nationwide birth certificates. But before that, most people had no birth certificate, and they used things like church documents or family documents in order to prove their citizenship or prove their identity. In fact, in the 1930s through the 1950s, a lot of adults went to obtain delayed birth certificates. So my question is that if it's necessary to have a birth certificate in order to be considered a human or be deemed worthy of moral consideration, for the thousands of people who existed back then, would it be okay to take their lives as well?